Just in the hotel lobby, already hungry and thinking, okay, food first. So out of the hotel, into the car, and off to Canto. A quick little ride through Baguio, enjoying the cool weather, the familiar mountain views, and that feeling when you are already hungry but still have to wait for the food. At this point, the only thing on the mind is getting to Canto before the hunger turns into a full-blown emergency. And voila, here we are, and the food has arrived. Here's the order. Look at those colorful, vibrant plates. Everything looks so fresh and delicious with generous servings too. Healthy food that actually looks this good. Definitely not complaining. One dish after another, and suddenly there's a little bit of everything in front of us. There's something satisfying about seeing a meal come together like this. You start with one craving and somehow end up with a whole spread that looks like it was planned for a small celebration. Now, the real problem begins deciding what to taste first, because when everything is calling your name, choosing just one is impossible. Canto has always been one of those Baguio food spots worth coming back to. Fresh, wholesome, and just really delicious. Okay, enough storytelling. The food has been waiting long enough. Let's eat before the camera becomes the only thing getting fed. So guys, let's start with the red sauce pizza. The sauce has that rich, tangy flavor that tastes almost like a homemade marinara topped with a generous amount of cheese. The crust has a nice bite to it, while the combination of tomato sauce and melted cheese keeps every slice flavorful without being too complicated. Simple, comforting, and definitely the kind of pizza that makes you want another slice. And yes, that first bite already tells you this is going to be a good meal. Next is their salad, and look at this, colorful, fresh, generous, and definitely not just an afterthought on the table. You can really appreciate the freshness of the vegetables here. Everything looks crisp, vibrant, and full of life, which makes the salad generally enjoyable to eat. And if you love your greens and fresh vegetables, Baguio is such a happy place for that. With all the fresh produce coming from the highlands, you get those beautiful crisp vegetables without having to spend a fortune. This salad is generous enough to share, but honestly, once it's this fresh and delicious, sharing becomes a little negotiable. It's like a nice balance to all the heavier dishes on the table: fresh vegetables, good textures, and a light, refreshing bite in between. Sometimes a really good salad doesn't need much convincing, just fresh ingredients, a good combination, and a dressing that brings everything together. And this one definitely makes the table look and feel a little healthier. And now the star of the table, their signature super big ribs. Just look at the size of this serving. Definitely not shy when it comes to portion. The ribs are tender, flavorful, and packed with the satisfying, savory goodness you expect from a good plate of ribs. And what makes the meal even better is that it already comes with salad, so there's something fresh and crunchy to balance all that richness. But of course, to keep things a little more guilt-free, the ribs are served with brown rice instead of the usual white rice. So you get the indulgence of a really satisfying plate of ribs while still having those healthier choices on the side. Honestly, this is the kind of meal where the table starts looking like a feast very quickly. Fresh vegetables, generous portions, hearty ribs, and brown rice. It's filling without feeling like you completely abandoned the healthy living agenda. And that's what makes Canto such a fun food stop. Good food doesn't always have to feel like a compromise. You can enjoy the comfort food at the cream cheese, the brown rice, and simply enjoy the whole experience.